Hi, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate a few simple things that have to do with magnetism, which are pretty interesting. So we know for sure one way to have a magnet is a permanent magnet. That comes from the magnetic properties of the particles that make up the material, and this is a very strong magnet. See it pick up a piece of iron. Iron is the most common magnetic material. This thing is iron as well too. In fact, it's quite hard to get this off. They're so strong. These are neodymium magnets. In fact, you can do something like this. That's the strength of those neodymium magnets. But another way to make a magnet is to take some wire and run a current through it. So I've taken some wire and I've wrapped it up in a long coil, which we typically call a solenoid formation, and I've put a piece of iron in the center, and the iron, being a magnetic material, will strengthen the magnetic field. So let me go ahead and get my my iron nail again, and I need to be able to attach this thing with a current. All I need to do is plug it to a battery. You can see what happens here. And so we've got what we call electromagnet. These are kind of cool because you can turn them off if you want. Just stop the current. And you can change the strength by the number of coils and things, so they're very versatile. Finally, I want to show you one interesting thing. Here's a coil of wire. So it's interesting that if you have a current through a coil of wire, you can create a magnet. But if you have a magnetic field and you put a wire in the vicinity and run a current through it, it experiences a magnetic force. And we can use that to make a little motor. So I've wrapped this up into a little coil. It's just normal wire. It's got some insulator, and I've scraped it off a bit so it has contacts at the ends. And I'm going to go ahead and make a nice little simple motor with this. So just use a couple of conducting pieces here for the battery. And that means that I can get a current to go through those as we attach the wire to it. And this is going to generate a torque in the wire, which is going to make it rotate, if we can get it to go here. Take a little while to get this thing going right and in the right direction, but we'll get it here eventually. Looks like it's starting to go, and it wants to go in that direction. Good, there we go. So that's a little simple motor that I've made. A few very basic contraptions. Now if I strengthen the magnetic field, it must be the wrong direction. Let's see. I can make this a stronger magnetic field, and it's going to go a lot quicker. So that must be the wrong direction. Let's see. No, I'm not getting it quite yet. There we go. There we go. Now we're getting the strong field because those poles are adjusted so that it flows from, say, the blue straight through to the red. Now if I reverse it, now it doesn't need, it still goes, but it's not as strong. I can put the brakes on. And that was because I went and put the canceling magnetic field by switching the direction of the red and blue. And so we can really get that thing going there. So, you know, next time when summer comes around in Fresno and you are getting a little warm, go ahead and make one of these, put a fan on the end, and you'll have built a little electric fan. So pretty simple, but pretty cool.